You know, if you can't admit that shit is worse now than it was 2 years or 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, even during COVID, shit, people seem a little more connected, right? But if you can't admit that it's fucked up right now, you in a cult. You in a cult. I mean, I know a lot of my friends don't. People I've known for 40 years. I'm gonna be 53. I met most of these people when I was 13. Like, I don't get no responses. I send out messages or whatever. You know what I mean? Or they don't. Like, they loved it during the last administration when I was talking shit about that administration, right? But I talk shit about all administrations, you know? And I'm talking about the motherfucker who's in power right now, right? And everybody else, like, oh, Trump this, Trump. Man, I mean, we were doing better, and you fucking know it. You know it. And you don't want to admit it, right? Because what? You want to use abortion for birth control. You think that the lowest population class is now the most protected. I mean, even the brothers are coming around. Like, you know, I know a lot of y'all were already down with you know, or not down with Biden. But a lot of people are starting to be like, yo, it was better. It was measurably better. And again, I'm not saying Mr. Trump, President Trump, was perfect, right? He said some crazy shit. But if you know me, you know I say some crazy shit too. And you know, that's all right. People can have their opinions, man. You don't have to agree with everything a person says in order to vibe on class issues. You don't have to agree with everything I say, right? Like, the thing about my liberal friends, or you know what they consider liberal now, because shit, censorship and shooting down speech and trying to get rid of guns, that don't sound too liberal to me. Or maybe it is. Maybe I just never been a liberal. You know? Like, I'm liberal about the people. Like, yeah, we should help people. We should uplift motherfuckers, right? We should help people get jobs if they can't on their own, and we should create businesses and make the community better and look out for each other, right? But I guess, you know, I mean that's I think most people want that. I would hope, you know what I mean? But I see a lot of these videos of people trying to speak at events and stuff, and the alleged left, which seems like has gone loony left, you know, they just want to shout people down. Like, excuse me, if you have better opinions, right, better ideas, better policy ideas, fucking, you would be able to debate anyone about it, right? And you would never stop talking about it, right? You would never stop telling people about your activism and what your idea is for a better America, right? Why would you ever stop? You know, but no, they don't even want to hear your speech, right? Like, all these universities shutting down speech. Like, you don't see the problem with this, people? You know, look at all of the societies, right, that have been disarmed, and then speech has been controlled, right? No freedom of speech, no Second Amendment, you know, no right to bear arms, no right to protect you and your family. That's what it really is. And just look what happens, you know? Look at Cambodia, you know? Look at Russia with Stalin, right? I mean, that's just two little examples that I can think of in my pea brain. But, you know, it's when are people going to wake the fuck up, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that Donald Trump is the cure to the issue, right? But like I've said many times before, if the neocrats, the neolibs, and the neocons don't like him, there's a reason for that. Remember, he was trying to fuck with our the CIA and the FBI, right? And even what was his name? Schumer was like, that's a bad idea. They got, 27 different ways that they can come at you and get rid of you. I mean, these are our elected officials. Like, nobody's bothered that all of these ex-intelligent agents and current intelligent agents signed off on the paper about the Hunter Biden laptop, right? Saying that it was fake or Russian disinformation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Steele dossier paid for by the Clinton Foundation, Hillary Clinton, right? To discredit a candidate and then a president about being a Russian asset, right? And most people, friends of mine from my past, they still believe all that shit. They believe that no, well, they signed off on it, so it's definitely disinformation and it's from the Russians, and the Russians changed the election through several Facebook posts in 2016, and Trump was a Russian asset. Listen to yourselves, right? I mean, I had to check myself. I'm watching news now, and I'm like, yo, how did I not see this shit? And I think I put myself to sleep for a while, right? I mean, I got fucked up on pain meds, getting injured and shit, and then, where that shit leads eventually, and so I was asleep for quite some time, you lose your focus on what's going on, and they do that with everything. They do it with sports, they do it with drugs, they do it with religion, they do it with separate racism, classism, all of it, man. It's all done to separate us and keep us distracted, right? Also, everything being so expensive, right? You got to work all the time, so you can't even, you can't raise your kids. So who's raising our kids? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a Gen Xer, man. I'm about to be 53, and we raised ourselves, and I mean, for some of us, it turned out okay. You know what I mean? I mean, it turned out okay now, but I got into a lot of trouble. I got into a lot of trouble. I was incarcerated when I was 14 years old, and didn't get out till I was almost 18. Just for fighting and shit, just crazy shit and getting picked out. Once you start getting in trouble, I lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts, a small area, I mean, it seemed big, but it ain't. It's not that big. And when you're a punk rocker in the 80s or a skinhead, shave your head and all that shit, and, you listen to punk rock and hip hop and, you got singled out, at least I did. And I got a big fucking mouth, so it's not like, our motto was question authority, right? And fuck you, that was our mottos, but I don't get it. Like, I'm not mad at people if I disagree with them. I might get a little heated debating the point, right? Because I'm like, how can you not see this? You know what I mean? But I'm not mad at them or you or anybody else. Like, there's no anger, none. Like, there's frustration, but like, I still got love. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I know that sometimes the way that I go about talking about shit and the things I say, because, I can be harsh or come off the wrong way, and that's, I mean, that's why I'm not president. All right, everybody. This video is way too fucking long. Have a great day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Peace.